Welcome everyone to more live Linux distribution and code development here. And just when we got our most portable Linux distribution running on 64-bit PA-RISC here, live on the previous videos, and everything could be amazing, even with freaking Xorg, we are reminded that, of course, of course I had to rebuild that. Of course, Rust is still, as we found that here, probably live on this channel some month or two ago, or probably 2 months ago. They broke. So what happened is that, of course, we spent countless of videos and hours, and probably in total a week, no more than 40, 80, or even 100 plus hours integrating Rust and Cargo into our Linux distribution, because actually due to all their just Rust up that and Cargo crate there, that's actually not the easiest Linux distribution integration experience. And we did all that right. We attention to detail and stuff. And everything was working, cross-compiling all the stuff with Firefox. And we released our T2 releases. And now they broke it again, right? Upstream, who broke it? Rust, the Rust and Cargo people. And so now, since months, as we found already earlier, Rust C, the compiler, is broken, and other stuff like Cargo, and with that also nowadays you need this for, why do we even build this by default? I mean, not only people want Rust, right, for the more memory safety and less bugs, but also nowadays Mesa 3D for the open source GL, Vulkan and OpenCL experience and more. And soon the freaking Linux kernel, right? And so I actually had this build, actually could have showed you the error message. Is the error message actually, maybe I still have, do I have still an error message for that here? For maybe not, but we will have it in a second as we epic thread rip through that. So what is the issue? The issue is actually, I still have that open from earlier stuff, so that at least cross beams one of the 150, if not in the meantime 200 micro dependencies. Yes, not joking, I counted that. I grabbed and word count line counted that. Previously, a year, if not even 2 years ago, I'm not the greatest fan of Rust and Cargo. Of Cargo, I mean Rust, relatively good, but Cargo and so the issue is that they use, I mean, due to their use of all this ecosystem micro dependencies, what I mean with that is usually we had like a C library and C++ SDL. Now we have not one like big, sure there is Rust STD, but Rust and Cargo need 150 plus of those, and like one like cross beam. Since recently, hard requires 64-bit atomics. So in the 64-bit, like 2022, the latest and greatest and the future of programming languages broke for all 32-bit, probably all 32-bit, maybe some 32-bit processors might actually have 64-bit atomic, but probably nearly all of 32-bit processors, including PowerPC, right? It's not even like vintage stuff. People still use freaking standard, regular, good old 32-bit PowerPC stuff, or ARM stuff. Certainly ARM should be broken. We can actually test that. Not like we don't have any remaining threads. I'm not sure. Probably I didn't try to. Why not test build this, right? We have an epic thread ripping Ryzen 17950X. We can, and we need still to stability test the latest memory subtiming tweaks. Obviously, cheers. So yeah, we need to obviously we need to fix that. So that's now blocking. Why do go live with that? Because we are so close of releasing the even greatest T2 release, 25th anniversary approaching of all my open source commitments since around 1998. The best and most amazing and more cleaned up and more patched and quirked to just freaking heck work TM and then Rust is broken, right, for like half of our architectures. And we now added HPPA risk 64-bit, although HPPA risk doesn't have Rust stuff support. Although if there is soon a Rust C GCC backend or GCC Rust backend, we theoretically probably could support stuff like HPPA. Not that that would be a priority, but yeah, just adding another architecture of all our dedication and commitment and stuff, and then Rust is broken, right? Yeah, I built Hewlett Packard Precision. You've seen that there. I just got also X started, so frame buffer working. Also, even that required a kernel patch, and that is even unaccelerated. Still need to then check through Radeon DRM stuff, AMD GPU, whatever. For this is a ADI Fire GI, whatever. Actually, do we run this? So yeah, sorry for. I had to summarize it anyway. It will fail soon. We can already check. So what we need to check is either if they have fixed that recently, which probably not. So various things, and this is we get ourselves deeper and deeper into the Rust ecosystem, just that ecosystem that we love so much, our love and hate relationship. Crossbeam ecosystem, Raven engine, what the freaking heck? I wanted Rust cargo git thing. Where is the freaking git stuff of tools for concurrent? Also, my other thing is not only that I'm not a fan of those micro dependencies for maintainability reasons, because you don't have one, or like even it would be 5, like one standard library, or like one standard IO library, one standard threading library, but 150 freaking libraries, all with crazy names. See even what even freaking does Crossbeam do? Is this the right one? 1.18.12, yes, it's apparently the right one. So what freaking is that even? Crate provides a set of tools for concurrent programming. Of course, what you've expected. Not that this is that standard concurrent. No, it's Crossbeam. Have we failed? Oh no, we have failed. So I didn't make this shit up. That stuff is real, and it's like blocking all our 32-bit architecture. Is that not amazing? The greatest programming languages, the most amazing community, and everyone colorful rainbows and pink unicorns and stuff. But of all Rust people always complaining, everyone hates them. No, we love them. It's just they constantly break all the love, all the rainbows and pink unicorns we put into them to make the Rust ecosystem integrated and happy and stuff. Leave in the comments below if you get this insider stuff of the Rust people whining that everyone hates them so much for creating the most amazing programming language. So yeah, that is the issue. Cannot find the stuff. Unresolved, is it unresolved? Yeah, core. So we need to check multiple things. One thing is, how does it even integrate? Does this Rust stuff download that behind our back? Which probably, like, is it in the Rust C release table? Probably not. I guess it's probably checking. Yeah, it's cargo registry. So there is a new version. That is also the problem with this Rust dependency stuff, right? Not only is each package rebuilding the stuff, which the Rust people say is amazing for integration and performance and performance, but I don't find it amazing for build time and also fetching old versions, right? So probably this Rust C release from the other week has hard-coded this utils thing here. Or maybe we find that, or maybe we actually vendor crossbeam utils. So is it so vendored that so now there are 2. Thank you very much. Maybe we grab so, and so we now need to dissect this bloody build system stuff. This was also fancy stuff all over the place. You know what? Let's re-extract that just to see what was there when it was unpacked. Okay, there are maybe some vendor crates also compressed. Yeah. So we need to, I mean, and that is the thing, right? Eventually maybe someone would fix that, maybe from Debian or who knows who, maybe Linux from scratch or some other hobbyist like ourselves, live on his YouTube channel. So we could wait for years without a release, and so of course we can't rely on other random people to maybe fix this eventually. We already waited like 2 months or whatever, or 3, and maybe only 2 months. And if we put all the work, now we probably YOLO that somehow, like patching some stuff away or something like that. And so we put a lot of stuff in there of just releasing that with, because to fix this really there would need to be some mechanism to detect what kind of atomics are available. Probably you can somehow do in Rust, but I'm not yet such a Rust master, guru, Jedi master to know each and every of these details. And if those Rust upstream people didn't do that yet, I wouldn't expect me to do his most amazing solution. And just now, okay, there are 2. Why are here 2? How does this work? So the only thing is learning experience of me obviously getting to know even more of this Rust ecosystem stuff to maintain all these details in the future. So that's the only, by the way, do we see directly how many micro dependencies, maybe at least rendered? So the only win is we learn, I mean maybe half, because they are all versioned, or not all actually. A lot of them are here twice. So yeah, and that is exactly the stuff, although maybe some Windows things. So like char, right? There is char and so much random. I mean, if you at least would only have one random freak standard library, but with all the memory safety I appreciate with Rust, this is just insane. Plus all the insane names, but of course here will be people who tell me everything is amazing, which obviously it is also. So how does it work here? Cross beam utils. So this actually, why is it here twice? This is our freshly extracted, right? quite some minutes were frozen there, which I so hate this. I probably should switch to knife strength from the 5950X. It's ridiculous. Maybe I should use this as a server only. It's a pity, yeah. And then I had to replug the shit back in 10 times and restart OBS 10 times, and the bloody video capture worked flawless again. It's hilarious. Anyway, guru meditating this Rust stuff. So, which of this even failed? Which theoretically we could start from. Theoretically we should we? You know what? I label this part 2 and cut where it. Or do I? So people constantly need to call. Why do you need people need to call me when I freaking work and live stream? That's so sad. No, it's not. You really had to reload the page. It was my bloody capture shit here. My USB freaked up again. Also not making the shit up there in this bloody. I guess the idea, right? Bloody USB in the 21st century. Oh man. So. Couldn't find git head. Why is it saying that? So which of the many copies of... You know what, let's better make a second stream and I cut the first one later in the YouTube studio. That's too broken. See you in a second.